Hi, this is Aleksander Vitkin, and I'm here with James. James just closed a $4,000 sale, and he just had his first $5,000 month. And he's been a member of the Business Mentor Insiders for 3 months at the time he got his first $5,000 month. So that's why we got him here, because there's good news to share. We want to learn some lessons from how he did it, and perhaps you could replicate the same lessons or the same results rather. So let's just listen to James. Let's see what he says. James, what's been some good news in your business lately?
Well, it's good news that I have a business at all. Obviously, it was kind of a big step taking a step to set it up. But no, I'm happy with how it's going. I'm making consistent sales, high ticket sales. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the process and yeah, seeing some good results.
You started 3 months before May, so now we're in June. So you started 3 months before May. Did you have any business experience before that?
No, I just worked a normal 9 to 5. Kind of done the standard process really for guys in my country with my background, which is you go to school, you go to university, you get a corporate job, and that's your life. Then that's it. That's finished. So all I'd done is worked in marketing agencies and financial accountancy firms, things like that. So just standard 9 to 5 stuff. Never run my own business before. Never had any experience in running my own company or kind of winning work for myself. So it was all brand new, really. So no experience, no.
And what was your life like while you had the jobs, while you were doing the grind, basically? What was your life like?
It was fine. Like, I'm from the UK. It's never going to be that bad a situation, but I just wanted more. It was just, as you say, it was the grind. It was the same bus. It was the same people in the office, the same water cooler. Like, everything was just the same. And it was getting really formulaic and quite cyclical. So I wanted to take control of my own schedule, really, kind of go out on my own, do things myself and have a lot more freedom. So that's definitely what I've seen from kind of joining the process and moving away from that 9 to 5 job.
What did you learn that allowed you to move away from the 9 to 5 job? What is the first thing you learned? What is the second thing you learned?
The first thing I learned was that there was another option. And I think, like, I'm 25 now. I think I've been in full-time work pretty much from 18. And it was drilled into me from such an early age that the 9 to 5 corporate job is the only way to make money and the only way to kind of have that stability. And it's not true. So the first thing I learned was that there was another option and there was the chance to go and start my own business, my own company. And then from that, obviously, you learn the skills that come from it. You learn sales, you learn how to project manage, how to, as I said, win work, deliver work, and the whole package really, you learn as you go along. But first thing I learned was that, look, it's not all about the 9 to 5. There is another way. There's a way to take control of your schedule and to take control of your bank account as well.
What happened in the first 3 months? Like, what were you doing in the first 3 months?
When you join, it's all about kind of learning the process and kind of getting to grips with what you need to do. And then you are thrown straight into it. So you're thrown into lead generation. And the good thing is about the program and the process is that there's always a network of people to lean on. And that was something that was important to me, because if I'd have done this completely on my own, I wouldn't be where I am today, because you have to have that support network and you have to have that influence of people who've been there and they've done it. So that's the first thing that happens, is you're thrown into the community who help you with your lead generation. You win work, you learn a skill, you learn a craft, and then you push it out and you get some great results, I must say.
How has your life changed? I mean, I suppose perhaps it hasn't started changing all that much yet, but surely there's been some changes, right? So you quit your job, obviously, for example, right?
So I joined the program in February. We're in June now. So I believe I quit my job in April. So after 2 months, I was in a position where I'd earned enough money from my company to outstrip even what I was getting from my job. So that was kind of the biggest shift in my life terms so far, is that now I work from home. I work on my own schedule. And that was the biggest thing for me. Like, I'm not money motivated. Look, I want to make money. Everyone wants more money. But the thing that drove me was not having to commute every day into work. It was wanting to go and play golf with my dad when I had the opportunity to do it, go to the pub with my girlfriend when I wanted to do it. And that's kind of what drove my decision. And that is a change that I've seen already, is that, as I say, I work from home, I run my own schedule, and I didn't have that before. I wasn't anywhere near that before.
Where is this going? So let's say you keep running your business. Where do you want to take this right now?
So the trap I fell into initially was that I was operating as a freelancer almost. So I was getting work. I was delivering it myself. It was taking up a lot of my time. And look, that's fine, because my service is copywriting and I enjoy copywriting a lot. But actually, I want to build like a multi-million-dollar agency. I want to build a huge company. That's part of the process, is learning how to outsource, how to project manage, how to win work. It's not all about just delivering it yourself. So where I see this going is that I build a team of people around me that I trust. I've got a small group already who help me with the delivery. But yeah, I want to get to a stage where I'm running a 7-figure company, 8-figure company, and kind of driving it forward and making this kind of quite a well-known brand in the UK and globally too.
What would you advise to people who are looking to start a business? Let's say they're doing the whole corporate thing and that's what they've been told and that's how life is. What would you tell them if you wanted to help them?
Take the first step, because if you're working in a 9-to-5 corporate job, you have the tools to succeed in this program. But the only thing stopping you in the initial phases is having the courage to actually take that first leap. And I'm so grateful that I took that first leap, because the stuff that you do in your own business isn't a million miles away from the stuff you're doing at work. You're talking to other human beings, you're selling, and people do that at work as well sometimes. So everything that you do at work, you do, but you just do it for yourself. You run your own schedule, you make money for yourself. So I would encourage anybody, if you want to start your own business, you have the tools to do it, you just don't know it yet. So take that leap, start, and then watch yourself grow, because it grows so quickly. I mean, I joined in February, we're sitting here now in June, and I'm self-sufficient from the business, and I never thought that would be the case. So I'm absolutely delighted, and I'd recommend it to anyone.
And what are your plans now, apart from growing the business and building like an empire, essentially? What are some other plans that you have in terms of like lifestyle, perhaps? Do you want to live where you live now, or do you want to move somewhere? Do you want to, like, what do you want to do exactly?
So I currently live in Birmingham in the UK with my girlfriend. So obviously we're always looking for the next step. So we've got a really, really nice house here in Birmingham, but we're obviously looking to take that next step. And yeah, it's the same in everything really. Like I was perfectly happy with my personal life in terms of where it was. I just didn't have enough time to spend with the people I cared about. And now I do. That's how I want to take things forward. I want to spend even more time with them. I want to make things better for them. So I want us to move to a better house. I want, to spend more time with my parents, and that all comes from the business. So although, yeah, my goal is to build this company, the reason I'm doing that is to lead a happier and more free life that I can spend with the people that I care about.
And in terms of clients that you want to work with, what are some things you've learned about who you want to work with now?
I think the biggest sticking point at the start of the process is that you want to sell and you want to do work. You want to get yourself up and running. So there's a temptation to work with, I don't want to say anyone, because you do have a certain screening process anyway. But so I took on clients at the start that now I wouldn't take on, purely because they're either too small or they don't conduct themselves in the right way. So ultimately, you want to be working with people who are serious about the growth and success of their business. They have a good rapport with you. They're intelligent. That they know what they want. And as you grow through the process and as you build your business, you're attracted to those kind of people anyway, because that's the kind of person that you are. So if you run a professional business with excellent results, those are the kind of clients you're going to work with. And you'll be able to say to the $50 in a crisp packet people, you're going to say, well, no, sorry, like we're not the people for you. And you end up working with serious people who actually take things, pretty seriously, which is great.
And what are the skills you're learning right now? So you spent some time perfecting copywriting, spent some time perfecting sales last 3.5 months. So what have you been up to lately then? Or what are you doing now?
Yes, so I was quite fortunate in that I had copywriting experience before I joined the process, but that's not essential because the program teaches you the skill. Basically, you can go in from level 0 and you can still learn it. I think the thing that will be a consistent learning point for me is the sales. Obviously, currently I'm focusing on project management and outsourcing and kind of client retention, that kind of thing. But ultimately, sales is what drives this forward. And if you have the skills and the toolkit to win that work, then that's something that will stand you in such good stead going forward. So consistently throughout the process, I've been working on my sales technique. And look, I didn't know anything about sales before. Like I know some people join the program who've worked in car dealerships or software companies and things like that. I had no sales experience whatsoever. So to come into the program and kind of be taught the sales process and put it into action and see that it works and see that I can close $4,000 on one sale is really, really encouraging. And that's a skill that you need to keep on and you need to keep it up. It's like going to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, the next time you go, you won't be able to lift as much. Not that I lift anything, but in terms of sales, if you don't get on sales calls and you don't train, then you won't make them. You won't make sales.
Awesome. So that's about it, I think. So thanks very much, everyone, for watching. If you're interested in other case studies, such as from James, do go to businessmentor.com/results and check those out. Thanks. See you on the calls, and thank you very much for contributing here.
Cheers, Alex. See you soon, my friend. Bye-bye.